Hi there, Cliff here, agency owner and founder of My Web Audit. In this workshop, you'll learn the same four-part sales framework that we use in our agency. This is the exact strategy that's helped us close millions of dollars in our agency. My goal here is to not only share these actionable strategies with you, but for you to be able to take them and implement them in your business right away so that in the next week or two, you can close a deal or two. I'll be giving you the same resources you need in order to be able to accomplish that goal faster and easier. Hang in there with me. This workshop's going to be jam-packed with value. So really quick, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name's Clifford Almeida, and freedom to do what I want with who I want, like my family, as well as making impact in the community and around the world is really important to me. That's one of the reasons I built the business I have today and run it the way I do. I'm married to my best friend and have two beautiful daughters. I love to travel the world and have been to over 35 countries. I'm looking forward to visiting at least 5 more this year. I built my first website at 16 and got paid $400 for it. How much did you get paid for your first website? I've come a long way since, and now I run an award-winning agency here in sunny Phoenix, Arizona called HireWiz. I've been blessed to work with hundreds of amazing companies over the years that have trusted my expertise for their business, from Fortune 500 companies and government organizations to national nonprofits, software startups, as well as mom and pop businesses. Working with some of these large companies isn't always as cool as you might think, but it sure has opened some amazing doors to incredible opportunities, and it's definitely helped me build the life I love. Over the years working with these businesses, I've been able to extract 4 key ways to sell websites, SEO, or any other related agency services to $100 million businesses all the way down to mom and pop shops. And I'm going to be able to teach them to you today. So no matter who you work with or what services you sell them, the V4 Agency Sales Framework will be able to help you close more deals. I'm also the founder of a software as a service company called My Web Audit. My Web Audit gives agencies just like you an easy way to build trust and add tremendous value in the sales process for you to close more deals. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. If you're interested in learning more about My Web Audit, I'll tell you how it works, why I think you could use it in your agency to close more deals, and talk about a special offer at the end. Cool? For now, I want to be able to focus on giving you as much high-value, actionable content as I can. So let's get started. Here's how I discovered what I'm going to be teaching you today. Like I said, I built my first website for $400 way back in 2000. I officially opened up my agency a little over a decade ago. And it quickly became clear to me that no matter what was going on in the outside world, stock market rallies or crashes, a booming economy or economic uncertainty, heck, even a pandemic, every single lead was important. I learned pretty quickly that if my business was going to not only survive, but thrive, then I needed to make sure that I made the most out of every lead that we got. It doesn't matter whether you're doing well and are getting dozens of leads a month, or you're just getting by with a couple of them and desperately need more. You can't take any of them for granted. And when you do get one, you need to really be able to show them that you are the company that they should be working with. How? Well, you need to be able to establish your authority, build trust, demonstrate your expertise, and then you'll be able to increase your chance of closing the sale. Simply put, you have to be able to deliver enough value to show them that you're the expert that they need to solve their problems, so you don't run the risk of losing the project to the competitor. Making the most out of every lead in your pipeline can be tough. I know, and I know you know what I'm talking about when I say that all leads are not good leads, right? You've got tire kickers that are looking to waste your time and are more interested in your price than they are anything else. Some are convinced that you're a commodity and treat you like one. Others are confused about exactly what you do and how your agency is different or even better than the lowballer across town. You feel me, right? So here's what happens next. Along the way, you start to adapt your sales process so you're able to weed out the bad leads with better qualifying questions and positioning of your services. But the downside is now you obviously have even less good leads to work with. And of course, not all the good leads are going to turn into business. I don't know what your ratio looks like, whether it's 2 sales to 1 loss or 1 to 1 or only 1 sale for every 5 losses. But Whatever it is, I think you'll agree with me that you need to make the most of every good lead that you get. But listen, here's what you cannot do. You absolutely cannot come to those leads with what I call first date syndrome. Now, that's a funny name, but stick with me for a second. Have you ever been on a first date? Maybe it's been weeks since your last one. Maybe it's been years like me. But either way, you were probably nervous. Are they gonna like you? Is your hair good? Will you get a second date? What if you don't get a second date? So by now, you can tell what first date syndrome is. It's desperation. And you absolutely cannot show up to a sales call or meeting with a lead sounding desperate. Ever hear of the cliche about how dogs can smell fear? Well, leads can smell desperation. And more than anything, it'll make them run before you can even get a chance to prove your value. So to review, and this is going to sound a little bit like a double standard, you'll need to pour everything that you've got into impressing your leads that you actually get to speak to. But you can't make it feel like you're pouring everything you've got into impressing them. So how exactly do you do that? Well, that's what I wanted to know, and so I set out to find out. Luckily, I not really figured out how to do this in my agency, but also in life. This is a picture from my first date in 2005, with whom I am blessed to now call wife and mom to my two beautiful children. After 10 years in business, I've come up with what I call the V4 agency sales framework. It's called V4 because there are 4 V's in the quadrant I'm going to be showing you. But if it helps, you can almost think of it as version 4. Version 1 of your agency is when you're just getting started. You're brand new at everything, and you're willing to try almost anything to make that sale. Version 2 is when you realize that you need to impress your leads in order to make the sale. Version 3 is when you discover that what you thought you knew about impressing your leads just doesn't seem to work anymore in today's world. And version 4, well, that's what you adopt when you learn what I'm about to teach you in the V4 agency sales framework so that you can close even more deals than ever before in your agency. Let's dive into the V4 agency sales framework. The first V is for visibility. Most leads will come to you and say things like, I need a new website or I need SEO, but that's only what's called presenting the problem. It's the real problem that you have to really get to. There's a problem solving technique that's called the 5 whys. When you ask why 5 times, you're able to usually get to the root of any problem. And if you pursue that approach with your lead, you can typically get to what the real problem is, not the one they're presenting to you. It's not enough to say, thank you, Mr. Lead. Let me tell you about how we build websites. You need to find out why they want one. Mr. John, why do you want a website? Well, nobody's calling us. Why do you think that's happening? Well, because when you search for our name, nothing comes up on Google. Why is that important to you? Because our sales are down 30% this year and we need to get them back up. Why do you need those numbers up now? Because this is the 3rd year that sales have been down and the company is really starting to struggle. So why do you think a website will help? Because we've had to let go of half of our sales force and we can't go banging on doors like we used to. We're really counting on this site to make up for the shortfall in our leads and business. If you haven't figured it out yet, what you've really done now is given the lead visibility into the real problem. It's not that they need a new website, it's that they have to make up for a 30% shortfall in sales. If they run a $3 million company, that's almost $1 million. Now, I'm not saying that this kind of lucky math is going to happen every time. In fact, if you're approaching businesses out there cold, you may not even have this type of conversation at all. But I hope it illustrates to you the idea that you're selling more than a website. You're selling solutions to their business problems. And you're going to have a much easier time doing that when you can provide visibility into the true problems the lead is facing in their business or their website. So if you realize that they get a lot of mobile traffic, stop selling them a beautiful site or SEO services. Start selling them a responsive design that will help them better convert the 42% of traffic that's coming to them on mobile devices and that is currently bouncing due to poor user experience. In other words, you need to be able to help your lead see the true problem they're facing, not just the one they think they're facing. You have to present these new problems, then give the lead some visibility into addressing those problems. Does that make sense? The second V is for value. We live in a sales-saturated world. People are sick and tired of being pitched, and they can recognize the taker from a mile away. You don't want to be one of those. Leads don't want to waste time with those just looking to take from them. They want to work with those willing to give first. That should be you. And this has drastically changed things in our industry. For example, how many of you reached out with the connect and pitch option on LinkedIn? That just doesn't get any attention anymore. You know the script I'm talking about. Hey, just reaching out because I saw that you and I were in the same industry. Thanks for connecting. I want to tell you a little bit about my agency and how I can help you. What time works for you? Tuesday? Thursday? That kind of sleazes out. And what's in is building value and building it fast. You've heard about the expression, the carrot and the stick. You know, the concept of reward and punishment, where you try to motivate the donkey to move forward while offering it a carrot. And if it doesn't work, you threaten it with a stick. Well, let me tell you, you can't use an imaginary carrot. The reward has to be real. A donkey's going to smell a picture of a carrot and know that it's not a real carrot, right? Leads are the exact same way. They can recognize when the value being presented is fake and when it's genuine. So you need to be able to create genuine value. Now, one of the ways you can do that in a sales context is when you're reviewing their problems with them, you can show them exactly how to solve these problems. If they say X is a problem, then show them why. For example, if they mention to you that their website's getting a lot of traffic but no leads, tell them that's because their website has a poor user experience, no trust factors, or effective call to actions. Then show them what you mean by reviewing their website and talking to them about where they're missing website reviews, that they don't have a phone number prominently placed in the header, and that the site is really hard to navigate on mobile devices. Then show them that by doing X, Y, and Z, that they're able to solve these problems. And yes, you want to do all of these things while selling to them. Don't worry about giving away too much expertise, because the reality is most leads aren't looking to take your recommendations and simply implement them by themselves. They're looking for help. And because you position yourself as the expert and you've shown them exactly what's wrong and how to fix it, there's a much better chance that they'll be asking you to do it. In fact, because you've been so helpful and forthcoming, there's a greater chance that they'll feel obligated to choose you to solve their problems. It's human behavior, something that's called the principle of reciprocity. I won't be going into too much of that here, but it's enough for you to know this. If you give something of value to someone else, well, they'll be more likely to want to return that favor. In this case, providing so much value in the sales process can make your leads subconsciously more inclined to want to return the favor by choosing you to be the agency that they want to work with. Okay, so value. Does everyone understand the second V? The third V in the V for agency framework is for vision. I don't have to tell you that it's hard to run a business. There's always a never-ending list of things to do. But here's the thing, we often forget that the people we're communicating and selling to, like our leads, well, they're in the same place we are. I was browsing books online the other day, and I came across a novel called Little Fires Everywhere. Well, I don't know what it's all about, but the title was a pretty good representation of what most leads are like. Little fires everywhere. And they're rushing around trying to put them all out. So if you come along and say to them, you're having this problem, and this problem, and this problem, and you really need to fix all of these problems, then you're just adding a lot more little fires for them to put out. In my sales experience, I've found that it's critical to be super helpful about which problems the lead needs to actually focus on and fix, and which ones they can get by working on later. So in simple terms, you need to focus on what can deliver impact and results soon. Which ones should they wait on a little bit, and which ones they should work on right away. So for me, vision here is synonymous with a plan. You need to be able to create for them a vision about what they need to fix and when, and why they should be fixing those things in the first place. Remember, when you position this information, your ideal client should care less about this long to-do list that needs to be addressed. You want them to really be excited about the fact that you are the expert and you know exactly what you need to do to solve their problems. You want them to say something like, "Thanks for pointing these out. Can you please fix them for us?" The The best part is that creating a vision comes with an added bonus. It gets you seen as more of a strategic advisor and less of a contractor who gets told what to do. An order taker. Because that's when you start offering strategic value and counseling the business owner on what they need to do first. And then this is where you position yourself away from being an order taker and into a trusted consultant role, where they listen to you about the things that are important. Why? Because you say so and you've shown them why. That's what creating vision is all about. That way, when it's time for you to say, you really should work with us on rebuilding your website so you can convert more of your visitors into leads, or we can help you with your local SEO strategy to help you get more visibility, traffic, and leads, well, by that time, you've earned their trust and they'll be more inclined to take your advice seriously. Does that make sense? Finally, the fourth V is validation. You need to make sure your lead feels heard. You want to make sure that you give them validation. This validation is what's going to help them stop thinking about you as some sort of slick salesman and start thinking of you as a collaborative partner that has their best interests at heart. So, how do you validate what the lead is saying? Well, there's two ways. One is a technique you can use when they start telling you the reasons for not wanting to buy, and the other is a way to quote unquote rescue the sale. I'm going to get into that second one shortly, but first I want to tell you about the feel, felt, found technique my good friend John Hinshaw shared with me. It's called the feel, felt, found technique because these are the words that you say to a lead to help them understand and know that you're hearing them and that the point they're making is a good one, but that their objection is also not the reason that has stopped other people just like them in the past. Let's pretend, for example, that you've pointed out a lead site isn't mobile responsive, and they tell you that they're just not interested in spending the money in fixing that problem. You can say something to them like, look, I know how you feel. We've worked with so many other clients who were in a similar situation as you, and they felt the same way. What they found was that by taking action and fixing the problem so the site worked well on mobile, they had a lot more happy customers. Since 53% of the internet users now browse the web on their mobile phones, they found that they also got more search engine traffic and the user experience was improved since Google now actively penalizes sites that aren't mobile friendly. Can you see how this approach is going to help you build more trust and rapport with your lead rather than saying something like, I totally disagree. Mobile is actually really important and it's something you should consider. Now, the other part of validating what your lead is saying is frankly going to help you as much as it's going to help them. Let's say that your lead has identified that they have about 5 leads coming in a month and they want to take that to 30, but they just don't have the budget to do so. And they're looking for you to see how you can make that happen. Instead of walking away and feeling like their budget was unrealistic, what would it look like if you validated the situation they were in and maybe offered to optimize just their highly trafficked landing page or two versus offering a complete website redesign? Maybe the landing page optimization can help take them from 5 leads to 10 leads while ensuring you can offer them a service that they could afford. That way, you could deliver some quick wins. It could help them generate some leads. You could get your foot in the door. It would help you showcase your ability to deliver. And if budget was truly an issue for your lead, well, the quick win here would help them justify spending or investing more money in the next phase to get even more ROI. So in this scenario, you're going from a lost sale if you were to only offer a full website redesign as the only option, versus maybe a lower cost scope of work service where you could offer a quick win that could very well lead to more business in the near future. And it's all because you validated and heard what the lead was saying and then positioned a solution that worked for them and for you. So now that you know what the 4 V's in the V4 agency framework are about, visibility, value, vision, and validation, you may be thinking, okay, Cliff, that's great, but how on earth am I gonna be able to add and create all of these things for my leads and my existing clients in my sales process? Well, let me tell you about the easiest way I've found to create visibility into a lead or client's real problems, to be able to build value and give them a vision, and then validate what they have to say about your services and what you're presenting. Audits. Yes, audits. If you've ever said any of these, I don't know all the ways I can help my clients or leads. I'm not sure what matters to my leads or clients. I don't know how to measure what matters. I'm not sure about how I can demonstrate my value during a sales process. I've got a great lead, but I don't know how to start selling. I don't know how to position challenges and opportunities, especially to existing clients. I don't know how to sell without sounding sleazy and salesy. Then, audits are for you. Audits can help you create visibility because you can use them to help leads or customers see exactly what you can do for them, not just talk about services in theory. You get to show versus tell, from their website and SEO to Google My Business, for example. Audits also help you identify challenge areas that you weren't even aware of, from SEO to conversion optimization and page speed. That's what's going to help you close those bigger, high-value deals. Audits enable you to deliver tremendous value to your leads and customers with little to no commitment on their part or yours, and you can do them with very little effort, time, or money. An effective website or SEO audit should prioritize your findings based off of the impact they can have on a business or the lead's goals. That's going to help you create a vision for them on what to do next. And audits, well, they give your leads the validation they need in order to move forward with the sale. How? Well, first, by opening up a conversation so you're able to discuss objections related to the points you've covered. And secondly, because you've offered so many different options on how they can ultimately get better results, whether it's on their website, SEO, or GMB, you're able to speak about these different options. And if for whatever reason budget is an issue, you can pivot to a smaller sale and then over time gain quick wins and move them up towards your core service as an investment on generating higher ROI for their business. There are a lot of advantages to both you and your leads and clients when running SEO, website, and other types of audits. They're not just to be used in your leads in the sales process. For example, by doing audits effectively, you're able to get your foot in the door when a lead doesn't have a budget for your core service offering, like a website redesign. You can use the audit to identify 4 or 5 problems and then offer to fix maybe the first 1 or 2 that are the most important, and that when resolved, the lead could see a win and have some measurable ROI. Remember, not everyone can afford your core services, but you can help them gain quick wins, from page speed optimization to on-page SEO optimization to some CRO, conversion rate optimization changes on the website to get more visitors converted into leads or customers, right? The goal here is to bring in some money, some quick wins, so that you can build a successful long-term relationship with them. Building enough trust over time will help you sell your core service offering. This will also help you deliver wins faster, right? Nothing builds trust better than achieving quick wins for a customer. With an audit, you can present the problems you've identified and position them as opportunities to help your lead or customer's business perform better and generate better results. This is an easy way to demonstrate your expertise and build trust. And by successfully executing an audit, you're able to stand out from the competition. By doing this, you can worry less about losing the right leads to the low-ball competition offers. In financial terms, there are a lot of benefits to audits as well. You'll be able to close deals faster because when you deliver value, build trust, establish your expertise, and show leads exactly what you're able to do, and show your leads exactly how to get to success instead of just telling them, well, you close deals faster. And audits help you introduce new services or cross-sell existing ones to your clients. Most agencies don't focus on customer lifetime value, but when you proactively diagnose your clients' challenges and help them with their desired outcomes, well, you'll become a trusted partner that they'll come to rely on for a number of things. Google My Business, on-page SEO, page speed optimization, conversion rate optimization, and more. Whatever you're selling now, or you've thought about selling in the future, you can do more of it with audits. Audits are great for annual and strategy calls where you're able to outline new areas of opportunity your clients can focus on to gain a competitive advantage while continuing to position yourself as a trusted expert. And doing so proactively adds a lot of value to your relationship with your customers. Finally, you can even use audits to find more leads. Audits are great to follow up with past clients or lost deals who haven't moved forward with another service provider yet. With an audit, you're able to follow up with value and give them something meaningful versus just reaching out telling them, Hey, I'd still like to work with you. Have you decided if you'd like to move forward yet? Leading with value makes a difference. It shows them that you've taken the time and effort to see how you can actually help them versus trying to sell them a service. Audits also serve as a great lead magnet on your website. Service pages or blog content about a specific topic like search engine optimization, on-page SEO, local SEO, website conversion optimization. Stop offering them those how-to PDF guides that no one reads and start offering them something of high relevance that's of value to their business. Audits make an attractive offer to generate leads when you're online in Facebook or LinkedIn groups or even B2B networking groups. You're even able to sell them at a discounted rate or give them away for free to be able to get people to contact you. Then focus on the 4 V's as you work with them through your sales process. In fact, there's only a couple of drawbacks around audits. Like I said, I've never found anything quite like audits for creating visibility into customers' problems, delivering value to leads, building a vision of a successful future, and then giving your leads the validations they crave. But here's the drawback. Audits aren't perfect. To get everything important into a single report, well, that can take hours. And you end up spending a ton of money on different tools to be able to get the reports and information you need from the different tools. Then you have to format everything you've collected in order for it to make sense and look good. But then once you have all of that in place, your leads won't actually read these audits. Why? Because it's too hard to understand. Now, all of this about audits is true, or at least it used to be. I know this because I used to spend hours doing audits manually until I got fed up and said, there has to be a better way. Well, there wasn't, so I built it. I have a solution that can help you run audits faster and better than you could possibly imagine. Would you like to learn how to create beautiful audits in just minutes, reports that your leads and clients will not only understand but love? Okay, I'm going to tell you about them now. If you're interested, keep watching. If not, that's totally fine. My goal here today was to deliver incredible value in this training filled with actionable advice that you can take and apply into your agency to generate more revenue. And I think now that you know about the V4 agency sales framework, you're able to do that, right? You now know that you need to create visibility, value, vision, and validation. The 4 V's in the V4 agency sales framework. And now you know the easiest way to do that is with audits. Like I said, they can take a lot of time and effort, but if you're willing to put that in on your own, well, I thank you for watching and I wish you all the best with your agency. For the rest of you, well, thank you for watching and for sticking around. I'm now going to show you a quick demo of how my web audit works. Our audits help you build trust faster and close more and bigger deals with beautiful, actionable, and easy to understand audit reports. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to run a landing page audit that leverages both manual and automated audit points, as well as a fully automated on-page SEO audit report. The landing page audit is perfect for helping your prospects and clients increase their conversion rates, reduce their lead to customer acquisition costs, as well as improve their return on investment from ad spend as well as web services. You can use these to stand out from your competition by delivering value and building trust so that you can start generating more revenue in your business today. I'll begin with a Google search for attorneys in Scottsdale, a major city near me, to find companies running AdWords that go to a landing page or their website. I'll then use our Google Chrome extension to manually review their site. Once my manual assessment of the landing page is complete, our application will then combine my manual review points along with dozens of automated checks. The end result is a beautiful presentation-ready report filled with actionable strategies on how my lead or customer can get better results by leveraging our agency services to help solve the issues we've identified in the report. This step takes 5 to 10 minutes or so to run. While this landing page audit report is being generated, I'll also run a quick on-page SEO report for the same company through our app. We can add multiple URLs and keywords, but for illustration purposes, I'll use the same URL and keyword I used in the Google search. Once done, in a few minutes, a beautiful on-page SEO audit report is generated by our system. Once you get these beautiful reports, you can personalize them by editing the report cover, the messaging, and the audit points you want to show or hide. Once completed, I can decide if I need to be sending it out in an email or scheduling a call to present it to my lead or customer. All right, the reports are done and ready. I'll take a minute to show you the reports as well as the sections that are included with it. All our reports come with a personalized cover for the report, an intro and forward to provide context and educate the reader on what the report contains as well as why it matters. We then present the different audit categories as well as the points in them. Next steps the reader should be looking at in order to take action to get the results they want. These are prioritized based off of impact. We then have personalized call to actions that you can adjust and customize as needed for your audience, whether it's a lead or a customer or the different services you offer. Our reports are generated in multiple different formats from HTML and PDF to PowerPoint. We also have two specific views that you can use to present the reports. The first view is the detailed view, which lists all the details and information identified, as well as a presentation view, which looks kind of like a PowerPoint. Here in this video, you can see the different type of views and determine which one is best for your circumstance and ideal audience. Now that you've seen these landing page reports, let me quickly show you the fully automated on-page SEO report our app created. You'll see similar sections to the landing page audit as well as new ones. Again, the idea here isn't to provide everything your client or prospect needs to know, but for you to provide the important insights so that you can show versus tell, add value, build trust, and help you close the sale. Check out our website report templates page to see all the different reports that our app has to offer. We have everything from Google My Business audits and page performance reports to e-commerce audits and ROI reports to help you generate more leads and close more deals in your agency today. Now that you have an idea of what our application can do and what our templates look like, I'll get back to the presentation. Feel free to visit our website again to learn more. Check out our blog as well as a free trial. So I think you can now see that My Web Audit makes it easy to produce beautiful, actionable, and easy to understand website audit reports for leads or customers. There's never been anything like it that makes it easier to close thousands of dollars worth of deals. Melanie Adcock says that she's got 10x ROI on her first week of using My Web Audit. This is from her. I can't believe I hesitated signing up. I closed 2 projects in the first week with My Web Audit. It's more than paid for itself. This will be my standard procedure on all new projects. This is from Peter Butler recently. My Web Audit produces the best reports ever. What's funny is I did 3 presentations to sell SEO services. What happened was they all saw the issues with their site and all 3 signed up for our web and SEO services. And I just used a social media template that they offered and posted it in our Chamber of Commerce group. On one post, I got 14 audits, 1 website rebuild, and other possible work. And Victor Ramirez says, well, that was easy. I sent my first audit to a 1K landing page project client who knew their website was trash and didn't know what to fix next. They're now signed up for a 3K retainer. Michael Wills says, building trust and delivering value early on with My Web Audit helped us close a couple of deals worth $20,000. And here's one more. Erica Dickinson. Great products change your process by creating new opportunities. Exceptional products create new opportunities and continue to grow and change to meet the needs you didn't even realize you had. My Web Audit is exceptional. My only hesitation on recommending them, I don't want other agencies out there to have this secret sauce. Well, thanks, Erica. I hope you don't mind, but I've been telling other agencies about My Web Audit for a while now. We have hundreds of agency owners from all across the world that use My Web Audit to build trust, establish expertise, and deliver tremendous value. Here are a couple of other customer success stories, and you can visit our website and check out the success story section to learn more about so many other agency owners who've had their business transformed by leveraging My Web Audit in their business. If you've been looking for a way to deliver tremendous value to potential clients with little time and financial commitment, well, search no more. If you've been searching for a proven way to establish authority and build trust so you can stand out from the competition, well, you found it. If you want predictability in your sales funnel, and even if you've never presented anything like this before, My Web Audit is the easy-to-use system you've been missing. And like I said, creating audits that business owners can understand and value has always been tedious and time consuming, a process full of pain and frustration, until now. Our easy to use process helps you create comprehensive 40 plus point website audit reports, GMB audit reports, SEO audit reports in less than 5 minutes. Thanks to a combination of dozens of automated tests, premium APIs, and a simple Chrome extension, you can now use them to review certain parts of a lead's website manually while the rest of MyWeb Audit runs automated checks in the background automatically. You're able to run websites in 5 minutes or less with no special software and no technical experience necessary. Present beautiful, high-value reports in HTML, PDF, PowerPoint, Google Docs. You can start these conversations with what really matters on the site. And you'll never need to hear, "We just want a website" ever again. Impress your leads and customers with tremendous value that they can't ignore. Shorten your sales cycle by days or maybe even weeks. And now you can close more deals and earn thousands more in revenue that you never thought was possible. With MyWeb Audit, you'll be able to build beautiful and actionable audit reports in minutes and deliver tremendous value to your leads and existing customers. And you'll be able to measure what matters with dozens of points that create visibility, vision, and validation for your leads and customers, and be able to present them in terms anyone can understand, and more importantly, value. And you'll get everything you need to sell right out of the box with report templates, email templates, landing page copy, and so much more. All of this content has been created and reviewed by experts in design, copywriting, and sales to make sure that it's the absolute best content and resources out there. We have a ton of add-ons and bonuses. Now listen, just like any other software program out there, you can sign up for MyWeb Audit on a month-to-month basis, but we also have annual plans. I want to tell you a little bit about our annual plans for a couple of reasons. First, because obviously we'd love to have you be a part of our MyWeb Audit family as long as we possibly can. Secondly, when you sign up for a MyWeb Audit annual plan after this webinar, you'll have access to an insane number of add-ons and bonuses, not just special pricing. I usually reserve these bonus packages and pricing for our Black Friday or Cyber Monday deals. But because you've invested in your business and taken time to watch this workshop, I want to make sure I offer you a special deal that you won't see anywhere else. If you sign up for MyWeb Audit and join on an annual plan in the next 4 days, well, I'll include all of the following bonuses. Free templates for LinkedIn and Facebook groups. Use these done-for-you social media post templates to generate leads from groups on Facebook and LinkedIn where your ideal customers are hanging out. These have been carefully crafted for you to be able to successfully initiate conversations by delivering value with an audit or a website teardown, and they vastly outperform the "Hello, I do websites" or SEO. The free training, resource, and templates we did with MWA customer John Falk on how he used audits and our system to generate over $40,000. Since our customer John Falk started using MyWeb Audit, he has earned over $7,000 from paid audit and website evaluations. That had converted to over $8,000 into new care plan revenue and over $25,000 in revenue that came directly from the audit process in new work. In this exclusive training with John shows you exactly what he did. He shares his resources, templates, processes, and where he gets his leads from. This training alone is worth the reason to sign up for an annual plan. You'll get free access to Better Leads. Get access to our revolutionary Better Leads add-on system for 12 months, all free. With Better Leads, you can generate lists of dozens of local businesses who need your services in a matter of minutes. Search for local leads, those that are running AdWords, or even by technographic information. Find leads by tech stack like WordPress, Joomla, WooCommerce, HubSpot. Right? This system will tell you exactly what's wrong with their sites, so you can reach out to them and give specific advice on how you can help them. It even helps you find their email address and social media information so you can reach out easily. Are you on the fence about the annual agency plan? Sign up today for our agency annual plan and you'll get 12 months access for free. Free email templates. We paid thousands of dollars for training from professional email outreach experts so that you don't have to. The result has been tons of done-for-you email templates that you can use to get better results with your leads as well as customers. Free landing page and upsell copy for services like web design, SEO, page speed optimization, and more. We hired a professional copywriter to create our landing page and audit offerings, and we'll give you the exact copy we use so you don't have to pay for a copywriter yourself. You'll also get access to our website sales intensive, a 4-hour workshop. This was a paid event we put on with agency sales coach John Logar. This was designed to help agencies just like you get focused, find leads quickly, identify a niche, and work on getting responses using the 5-step process. My Web Audit annual plan members can get access to the free recording of the workshop, plus bonus content. John helps his students close more deals and add thousands of dollars in revenue in 90 days. And now you'll get to learn from the master. We also have access to special partner perks and discounts. In our line of work, we've met lots of amazing brands that serve agencies. And as you can imagine, they're really interested in you finding out about their companies too, right? So what does this mean for you? Well, we've made some deals with a lot of these companies, and now My Web Audit members just like you will get to enjoy thousands of dollars worth of product and service discounts, not to mention countless free resources. You'll get exclusive access to our private Facebook mastermind group. We created this special community just for My Web Audit users. You'll get unlimited access to agency owners just like you who can help answer questions, provide feedback, and they'll be able to give you insights so you'll be able to get to success faster. And again, all of those add-ons, bonuses can all be yours if you sign up for a My Web Audit annual plan in the next 4 days. Plus, if you're one of the first 5 agencies to sign up for an annual plan this week, you'll also get a free one-on-one session with me. On this session, we'll be able to work together to make sure that you're properly set up with My Web Audit and you understand all the best practices and strategies on how to use it to gain a competitive edge and to close more deals. I'll walk through a few specific actionable plans personalized for you once I know a little bit about your agency so that you can walk away with ROI in the next 30 days on your investment. And I'll be able to answer any other questions you may have about the tool or strategies you could leverage in your business. But hurry, that bonus session is only for the first 5 people who sign up this week. In closing, I hope you'll consider joining me and the My Web Audit family. You can start closing more deals faster and easier with incredible audit reports that businesses will love. Save time and money by running website audits and other audit reports using a single tool instead of a costly suite of various tools. And you'll be able to do all of this in 5 minutes or less. You'll be able to easily deliver massive value in your sales process. Wow your leads with gorgeous reports that get right to the heart of what matters to their business and how to get results faster and easier than ever before. And you'll be able to tell them exactly how to fix things and show them. Shift the conversation away from we need more traffic and position yourself as the expert to fix their business problems. And ultimately, you'll be able to close more and bigger deals. You'll be able to do this easier and faster than you ever have before, all when you sign up for My Web Audit Plan today. All you have to do in order to claim the special offer is to click the link on this page. Now that you have the link to the special offer, I'll cover a few of the common questions that we get from agency owners just like you before signing up for a My Web Audit Plan. If you have a question that's not answered here or on our landing page, please feel free to email me directly at cliff@myweboudit.com. So first question here, is My Web Audit a fully automated tool? The short answer is no. Let me explain. While we do have several fully automated reports from the WordPress technical assessment to the on-page SEO and page speed audit, not all of our audit reports are fully automated. For example, we do have reports that contain sections like user experience and design, and you simply can't automate those areas. That's why we have a manual review option with our app or Chrome extension. That's actually a key differentiator with My Web Audit and some of the other competitive products. It's really important to distinguish that there's a lot of interest in people automating things. Automation is great, but it can only take you so far. Isn't it worth the 5 or 10 minutes it may take to generate a beautiful audit that adds tremendous value if it means that it can help you close a 4, 5, or even 6-figure sale? My Web Audit looks great, but I sure can't justify the investment. Well, I hear you, but listen, we have users who say, this is such a great tool, but I only use it a couple of times a month. I don't know if I should continue to invest in it. So we're going to go back to manual audits and save some money, even if our audits just aren't as good or take way more time. Frankly, I just don't understand this. Why? Well, what does your hourly rate look like? Let's say you bill out at $100 an hour. If it takes you 2 hours to do a single audit, well, that's $200 in opportunity cost. Now, let's pretend that you have 2 or 3 of these audits to do a month, and they're taking you, well, let's just say $600 worth of time wasted. With MyWeb Audit, those same audits can be ran and look great and measure what matters in 15 to 30 minutes. That's all 3 audits in possibly 15 to 30 minutes. You can do all of this for an investment that's less than an hour of your time. And this works out to less than $2 or $3 a day to use this tool. Not to mention the other benefits you'll get from having a reliable and scalable sales process. For me, any agency owner who thinks about trading their time to save money is looking at things the wrong way. Why should I choose MyWeb Audit over a cheaper solution? Well, there are several other audit tools out there. You're right. But none of them deliver what MyWeb Audit does. Some of them only focus on SEO reports, for example. Some are way too techy and are built for SEOs and web developers and don't make sense to your leads and aren't positioned in a way that they can understand and value. Others are just ugly when it comes to producing those reports. And how are you supposed to impress leads with ugly reports? But on top of that, there's just no app or tool out there that generates the type of reports MyWeb Audit does and helps you measure what matters in a way that builds trust, establishes your expertise, and delivers tremendous value. And none of them have the ability to review certain aspects of a site, GMB profile, or other elements manually or customize the reports and messaging as well as design like we do. So in other words, MyWeb Audit is more than worth the extra investment. Does MyWeb Audit cover everything that's wrong with websites or SEOs or page performance? Okay, first, I want to let you know that MyWeb Audit covers more than 100 points across varying different categories. But no, it doesn't look into every single thing. And I'm glad when I hear this question because I always tell agency owners that you don't have to tackle everything on a sales call. Just focus on building a successful relationship where you're the trusted advisor. In fact, you'll find out that most leads don't care about everything, right? They just care about what matters most to them and how you can help them generate results. There's more than enough information in a MyWeb Audit report to help you create visibility, deliver value, craft a vision, and give validation to your lead or customer. Another question we get is about not getting enough leads that are coming in. I don't have very many leads coming in. How do I know if I'll use the system enough each month? This is a great question, and as I mentioned earlier in our presentation, I quickly discovered in my own business that I needed to make sure I took care of every lead in the best way possible that I could. It doesn't matter how well you're doing with leads, you can't take any of them for granted. When you get even a single lead, you need to be able to really knock it out of the ballpark. And MyWeb Audit is going to help you do that very quickly by building authority, demonstrating your expertise, showing versus telling, and ultimately helping you deliver so much value that you increase the chance of getting the sale. Well, I'm not sure if I have the time. How much time does it take to get this set up? You'll be able to set up your account, watch the getting started videos, and run your first audit all in 10 to 15 minutes. I can see how I can use MyWeb Audit in my sales process. Can it be used as a lead generation tool? The short answer is no. MyWeb Audit was primarily built to help you make more sales with the leads that you already have. That being said, if you do sign up for our annual plan, you'll get all kinds of lead generation tools, social media templates to help you drum up interest in audits, and training on how to find leads and close them, as well as free access to Better Leads, an add-on that helps you find leads quickly that need your services. You'll also get additional templates on how to re-engage past deals. Will I be able to get help in implementing this into my business? That's a great question, and I want to say that one of the biggest things that we focus on as a business is customer success. If you need help, we're there to help you. We've got printed guides, we have a live chat, and we have weekly AMA calls where you can ask me anything you need in regards to MyWeb Audit, the application, how it works, strategies you can leverage in your agency, as well as talk shop about lead generation and sales. Well, what is your refund policy? Your investment is backed 100% and protected by our no hassles, no questions, 30-day money back guarantee. Why? Because I know if you do sign up and implement what I've shown you, you'll see just how easy it is to do sales prep, use it to close more sales, and add value to your leads, and ultimately grow your business. Okay, well, I think I've covered all the commonly asked questions. Again, if you have any questions, drop us an email or drop me an email directly at cliff@mywebonaudit.com. So I wanted to thank you again for taking the time to join me on this workshop. I appreciate you staying till the end, and I hope that you see MyWeb Audit as a solution for your agency. And I look forward to you joining the MyWeb Audit family. Click on the link below. Invest in your business by investing in MyWeb Audit. And let's transform how you sell and grow your agency. If you have any questions at all, again, don't hesitate to email me at cliff@mywebonaudit.com. Cheers, and I wish you all the best in the agency journey.